Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. With Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Ali LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. And alongside us is Shams Charania, who'll be hanging out, chatting with us for a bit. Shams, great to have you with us as always, man.
Absolutely. And BA, there's a lot to talk about these days, so thanks for having me.
Tee us up now. Is the news robust or minimal at this time of year?
Oh, BA, it's always fluid with me.
And as we get deeper into November, we're seeing some terrific play out of this year's crop of rookie talents. Now let's take a look at the Rookie of the Year race and see who is currently out in front. He has really come out of the gate hot with his debut season, currently in the 3rd spot, but I could easily see him climbing the rankings.
He's gotten his rookie season off to a tremendous start. He deserves to be right up there near the top of the list.
And, you know, don't be surprised to see him bounce over the two fellows in front of him. I mean, I think he certainly has just as much, if not more, talent than both of them.
And now the Atlanta Hawks starters. Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. Alexander Walker and Rizache fill out the perimeter. And it's Wallace in at the 1. And for Detroit, we've got John Collins. He's out there with Lou Dort. And it's Cole in at the 2-guard spot. And here's Wallace. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul of the game.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
On the wing, Rizache. To the inside. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And when Johnson gets an opening, no question he's looking to power it down.
To the paint. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
That's really an outstanding assist, creating a great opportunity inside. You can see the chemistry between those guys.
To the middle. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
McCollum looking it over. Good D by Okongwu. Inside. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
The size mismatch makes that a high percentage look.
And so McCollum will bring it up for Detroit. 4-point game. Collins a screen. That's good. And it's McCollum with the assist.
Yeah, that's a good look for Collins. I like the offensive approach right there.
They set the screen. Wallace, the pass to Johnson. Takes one from 10 feet, and another basket for Atlanta.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And with the new CBA, Shams, powerhouse teams faced with tough choices on their rosters.
That's the one part about the CBA. It's becoming difficult to keep everyone in the fold. It's perhaps made dynasties less feasible in the modern era, and we've already seen unprecedented amount of parity in today's NBA.
Well, one thing's for sure, you better develop your younger players as well.
And on that note, BA, there's no better place to look at than Oklahoma City.
The Hawks have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Here's Johnson. The rebound by Detroit.
Well, you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they finally miss after making their first 4.
Here's Cole. Ricochet covering.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up. What he lacks in height, he certainly makes up for with his balance.
And there's a pick. Here's Cole, covered by Alexander Walker. There's McCollum with the 3. Hits the three-pointer. And it's a tie ball game.
There's no doubt about McCollum's touch from long range. He is a sharpshooter.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can.
Here's Cole. Still no points. 5 on the clock. Down low. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Here's a Kongwu. It's blocked. McCollum outside. Pass to Cole. Back to McCollum. Lets it go from deep. Alexander Walker grabs the board.
Really good shot contest there. It made it tough for the shooter.
Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Well, you know, he may be a bit undersized at the 4, but he makes up for it with his athleticism.
And Shams, we're seeing a transition in regional media, the RSN, the Regional Sports Network, with cord cutting impacting revenues.
Yeah, local RSNs is a big part of the NBA, and the availability of local team broadcasts via streaming is certainly skyrocketing. Every team, Utah, Phoenix, has their own flair to this, and it definitely has the potential to unlock an even larger viewership. The national broadcast is big, guys, especially here at 2K TV, but the local audience is very much an important part of the NBA ecosystem.
Landale's checked in for Atlanta. And the second free throw is good.
Yeah, now a veteran in the league, McCollum's combo guard style of play is valuable to this team.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Landale with a screen. Back to Wallace. Pass to Alexander Walker. Outside Ricochet. Launches a 3. The rebound by Detroit. They're fresh off the win against the Pelicans.
Yeah, they hit the court last game with some serious attitude, especially on offense.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it.
Yeah, highly efficient, nothing extra special there, just effective.
Now here's Alexander Walker. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
First in opponent field goal shooting, and almost impossible to score on last year. No team gave up fewer points. This roster was constructed to get stops.
And that was so impressive. The best team in the league at taking care of the basketball. I'm sure their coaches were proud of that number last season. Here's Cole. He had a 30-point outing in their last game against New Orleans. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, as they'll call it. Nice setup. Excellent team basketball.
Detroit has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And when it comes to NBA moves, a pretty great summer for the state of Texas, Shams.
Ton of action in Texas, BA. Cooper Flag to Dallas, Dylan Harper to San Antonio, and Kevin Durant to Houston. These are major moves, and it's going to be hard to mess with Texas. These teams are loading up. They're all trying to be a contender in the Western Conference.
That Texas Triangle is going to be formidable once again real soon.
Showcasing his athleticism, plays like this are why you got to be excited about Ricochet's future in this league.
McCollum, pass to Collins. Pass to Ricochet. The three. The kick out to Johnson. Second chance shot. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And for Jalen Johnson, a long wing type, going inside is always a good play.
And Johnson drops them both. Detroit calls timeout. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ball game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
Now here's McCollum. 27 points his last game. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Just a great combo guard. McCollum is capable of being a go-to scorer as well as a terrific distributor.
Here's Wallace. He's scoreless. To the middle. Here's Alexander Walker. And he lays it up and in. And the Hawks lead by 5.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Here's Cole. Landale defending. There's McCollum with the three. A rebound by Atlanta. This is their first game against Detroit this season.
They'll be looking to impose their will against this team, something they couldn't achieve last season.
And they know they're the better team and out to prove as much tonight. They split the season series a year ago, but they want to change that up now. Leading the charge. What a huge quarter for him.
Here's Cole. There's a screen. Pass to McCollum. Shot from the low post is good. McCollum's got 6.
Oh, what a tricky shot. CJ, he's showing off now.
And Shams with younger teams like OKC taking the reins. New stars for fans to get acquainted with. Any concern there for the league?
You know, BA, I think the parity in all these young up-and-coming players is good, and it would probably be more of a concern if these young teams weren't as formidable. But listen, stars like LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, they have had their heyday. You want to see that next generation of players ready to carry the mantle, whether that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Luka Doncic, Cooper Flag, the list goes on.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey guys, John Collins becoming a knockdown shooter. He said, I think I've always had the ability to shoot. I'm just feeling it for free right now. My teammates are doing a good job of finding me in the spots that I like, and I've worked on my shot a lot, and I'm sort of settling into it. Back to you.
Very capable. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. They get it back. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Pure from three-point range.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Inside. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
And defenses can forget how good of a passer McCollum is.
And so the timeout by Glenn Snyder here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. He's checked in for Atlanta. Dyson Daniels comes in for Wallace. Atlanta making some changes here. Ricochet comes in for Landale, and it's Wallace in for Alexander Walker. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside Ricochet. Takes it inside, and he slams it in one-handed.
Good to see Ricochet attacking like that. When he sees the lane open up, he gets real aggressive.
And Shams, the last few years, teams often giving up a lot of draft picks when they traded for a difference maker.
The market has changed, BA, and the thought process has been, assuming the trade moves the needle, those picks you're giving up aren't very good. But listen, if the trade doesn't work, you just gave up the farm. And that's the risk-reward that you play with as a general manager.
Lugens Dort out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Luke Cornett. And it's Cole in at the 3. And the Hawks, looking at who they've got, Daniels and Risache out on the perimeter. Jonathan Kuminga is out there with Johnson. And it's Wallace in at the 1. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 from Risache. The rebound by Detroit. Cornett's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Cole. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Cole's got 6.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
And he's going for the... Wow, Kuminga playing way above the rim.
Oh, mercy. Mercy me. Kuminga can really get up.
Puts it up. McCollum's shot is off.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Daniels with it. McCollum covering. Daniels passes to Kuminga. To the paint. Here's Johnson. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
And that's where Johnson does most of his work offensively, inside the paint.
Short outside. The 3 ball. Here's Cole. No good on the 3. Out to McCollum. Here's Cole. He's got 6. To the inside. It's stolen by Johnson. Daniels against Dort. Now here's Wallace. To the paint. Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
And not only does Kuminga get the whistle, but he fights to make sure the bucket goes down.
So for the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Risache. And it's Alexander Walker in for Daniels.
He wasn't quite as assertive as he needed to be in the first quarter, but now he's taking a more head-on approach and getting himself to the line.
Here's Cole. Pass to Collins. Intercepted. On the wing, Wallace. McCollum defends. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. Detroit trails by 15. Here's Collins. Now McCollum. Clock at 6. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by Johnson.
If he were just a touch more efficient tonight, I think the score would look a lot different.
And the one thing you hear about in hoop circles, the weak link theory. You familiar, Shams?
Yeah, you know, it's an idea that to win nowadays, you can't have a weak link for the other team to expose. You need guys that can play both ends of the floor, guys that can play defense, guys that can also spread the floor, that aren't a liability on either end of the floor. So we saw that in the NBA Finals, 2 teams clearly stacked with guys who play both ends.
Now here's Wallace. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points. Picked up by Okongwu. Here's Alexander Walker. Okongwu. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Okongwu's got 10 points.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Risache, he's checked in for the Hawks. Detroit has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Collins a screen. Inside. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
The three ball is part of JC's game, but I like Collins the most inside.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
You know, another thing that has impressed me has been their numbers of points in the paint, just dominating down there. They're just getting whatever shot they want in close.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 16. Johnson a screen on Dort. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The three from Rizichet. The rebound by Detroit.
Despite his shooting woes, they're still up. That bodes well if he can somehow get things turned around.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Detroit shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Here in the second, at least from the line, they're perfect. Hopefully that gets them going in other areas as well.
Both shots good from the stripe. Alexander Walker with it. He has 6. And a busy summer for trade, Shams. What went into that frenzy of activity?
BA, only the Nets had significant cap space, so that meant it was going to be a lot of trades, not a ton of free agent movement. Also, with a much greater level of parity, the East is wide open, and teams are really sensing there's a chance here to go for it. We saw that with the Desmond Bane trade in Orlando.
You feel like we may go on the same kind of roll next summer?
BA, I think next summer there'll be much more free agent movement. There's going to be about 10 to 12 teams with significant cap space in the summer of 2026.
Shams, you got to get all your cell phones charged up, baby.
They're ready.
And they made their way into the top 5 in team offense also. They ran a perfect system for the talent they had in place.
And you look at their assists, top 5 in the league, specifically because of how committed they were to moving the ball and making sure they got great looks. And Atlanta making a change here. Kuminga's checked in. Back to McCollum. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point land. Offensive board. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 13.
I love his tenacity. Extra possessions, second chance points. That's winning basketball.
Here's Kuminga to the middle. Johnson. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. They'll pin that one on John Collins.
And this is the kind of pressure Johnson applies to defenses. He puts you in a bind and makes you foul him. Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
He has certainly shot the ball well here, trying to lift his team up.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Back to Wallace. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Johnson passes to Alexander Walker. And Atlanta misses again. Detroit trails by 13. Fires for 3. The shot by Cole, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
All right, Chums, we know you got to hop back on your phone in case you have to break any news. Thank you for being with us here tonight. Great stuff.
Happy to be here, BA. Thank you.
Well, that was fun having Shams sit in with us. I'll tell you what, if you're looking for the inside scoop, he's the guy.
So true. He's got his finger on the pulse of this entire league. If something's going down, you can count on him letting everybody know about it.
Fellas, he just is struggling to get anything going. Right now, his shooting percentage in the quarter, 20%.
Johnson a screen on Dort. Rizichet drives in. It's good. Rizichet's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And there's the ability to finish for Rizichet. Nobody scares him at the rim.
McCollum outside. Collins a screen. 18 feet out. And again, it's Detroit converting.
He's one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense.
The Hawks lead by 13. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Wallace outside. Pass to Rizichet. Back to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Well, Johnson's versatility really shows up in the pick and roll.
And here's McCollum. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that concludes the first half. The Hawks on top, up by 15. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Coach Quinn Snyder, and Coach, you're getting stops in the first half. What do you attribute to that?
Well, we're playing hard, scrambling, picking up our effort, trying to be precise and disciplined and talk, and we're not resting on our laurels at any point.
Hopefully you can remain active on the defensive end in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first half performance it's been for the Atlanta Hawks. Well, before we move on to the next part of the show, hey, Jet, you get enough sleep last night?
Why are you asking? I'm a little tired, but, I'm a busy man, Ernie. I got a lot going on, but I'm here. Like, what's going on? I'm ready. What are we doing here?
We're on now, but don't worry about it. You can sleep behind the desk. Nobody will even notice you're gone. Hey, get him a pillow.
Come on, fellas. We got a job to do. Take it a little seriously, would you?
Bring me a pillow, too.
And let's move on now to that first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for Detroit.
They have to lock it down defensively. Giving up great shots is a great way to lose a game.
And if you're disruptive at that end, it creates transition offense. I'm telling you, that's where you get the easy looks.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably Has to happen quickly. One guy who's been getting it done is Jalen Johnson.
Pretty much the entire first half, he was dominating down low, piling up a ton of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
Well, most NBA teams run their offense through their star player. But, Grant, that can leave a team vulnerable when that player has an off night.
You know, in a strange way, it's almost better if your star is out of the game. I know that sounds weird, but those complementary players get increased opportunities and are emboldened to do more.
John Collins out there with Lou Dort. Then there's C.J. McCollum, and it's Cole in at the 2. And for Atlanta, Alexander Walker and Rizache fill out the perimeter. Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. And it's Wallace in at point guard. And for Detroit, Lugans Dort out there with John Collins. Then there's C.J. McCollum, and it's Cole in at the 2. Now here's Alexander Walker. Tries it from the top of the key. The shot, no good. Here's Cole. Drives to the hoop, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Smart pass by C.J. McCollum. I mean, he's got an eye for dropping dimes.
Here's Okongwu. He's got 12. There's the block. And so it looks like it'll be Atlanta's ball. Now here's Alexander Walker. The D's right on him. And he makes it.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Dort outside. McCollum outside. 5 to shoot. The 15-footer. Here's Cole. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Some loud hustle points right there. My goodness.
Now here's Okongwu. He's closely guarded. Now here's Alexander Walker. He has 6. Back to Okongwu. Comes up empty down low.
And I'm sure this isn't how they drew it up at the half. Only 1 for 5 here in the third quarter.
Now McCollum. He's got 10. Dort outside. Collins a screen. Let's go with a 3. Kept alive. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. 17 points was their biggest margin.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Now here's Dort. No points so far. Collins passes to Dort. Here's Cole. Unable to get that one. Nice D from Alexander Walker. Rizache with the ball. And it's Dort picking him up. And yep, it's good. Okongwu's got 4 points this quarter.
A reliable option he's been tonight. He's their safety valve for sure.
Well, with Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Clark, his versatility may be his greatest asset.
Yeah, I agree with you there, B.A. I mean, he can initiate the offense if he needs to. He can certainly score off the catch and make plays off the dribble. He's got good positional size at about 6'5", and he can guard multiple positions.
This is what he gives you night in and night out. Stellar production at the offensive end.
Dort outside. And the officials will call the illegal screen here. And a look now at Atlanta's upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll be facing Jaylen Brown and the Boston Celtics. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for their matchup with Detroit, that will be the 8th contest of the year for them. The season is young, but they are starting to sharpen up.
Now here's Okongwu. Wallace outside. Pass to Johnson. 4-3. Gets it to go. He's now 9 for 11 on the night.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized improvement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
All right, let's go to the leaderboard and see the top passing teams last season. The Hawks second.
Well, I thought this team last season was a team that had some beautiful dimes. I mean, they would spread the floor with their ball movement and spacing and player movement. It was a beautiful thing to watch. Nice passes leading to baskets.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 10. Down low. Here's Collins. That's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum. McCollum's got assist number 8 here already in the game. Pass to Rizachet. Okongwu with it. He's got 18. Here's Alexander Walker. Can't cash it in from close range.
Give the defense credit there. Normally, that's 2 points.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Commissioner Adam Silver was asked about the wildest ideas thrown around in the league office. He said, quote, one thing that's been discussed is potentially 2 free throws for a foul on a 3-point shot. I don't think we'd do it in the last 2 minutes of the game, but that's something interesting. Guys, back to you.
Not a bad idea. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Here's Okongwu, following the score by Detroit. Pass to Rizachet. Shoots. The rebound by Detroit. Their next game is at FedEx Forum in Memphis for a matchup with the Grizzlies. It'll be the front end of a 2-game road trip. Back to Johnson from outside the arc. Kept alive by Atlanta. Okongwu, a screen on Collins. Johnson passes to Okongwu. Yep, that one goes. Okongwu's got 8 points here in the quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Now here's McCollum. 10 points for him. Pass to Cole. From the line. Shot's good by McCollum. McCollum's got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, McCollum, he can find shots in the mid-range. That's part of his versatility.
Outside Johnson. Back to Wallace. Oh, there's the alley. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
Mitchell's checked in for Detroit. Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for Atlanta. Here's Cole. He's got 12.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to Kuminga. Uses the glass on the layup. He's got 7.
Well, you see the strength right there. Kuminga is skilled at fending off the defense.
And here's Mitchell. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Cole. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
And with plenty of time left, that's his 4th foul. He needs to stay cognizant of that moving forward.
Atlanta leading by 20. Alexander Walker, the pass to Kuminga. And he gets the bucket. And that's now 9 points for Jonathan Kuminga.
And I think Kuminga is at best down low in the paint.
Pass to Cole. Collins a screen. Back to Mitchell. The rebound by Atlanta. Kuminga's got his 4th rebound in this one. And here's Okongwu for 3. Connects from downtown. Okongwu's got 11 here in the quarter alone.
Boy, somebody lit a fire under this guy. I mean, he's crushing it right now.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Okongwu.
Take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
Landale's checked in for Okongwu. Here's Cole. Rizachet covering. Looking to end the run. Outside for Dort. Detroit moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. Can't get it to drop. Nice D from Landale. Atlanta's gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Wallace outside. Pass to Kuminga. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Atlanta.
They've been all about high percentage looks in this game, working the ball inside and doing whatever it takes to get it to go.
And the thing I've seen that I've really been impressed by is they've gotten everybody involved, unselfishly making that extra pass, getting that ball to the right guy at the right time for the good shot.
Now here's Mitchell, still without a bucket. For 3, Collins. It's hauled in by Landale. Landale's got his 5th rebound in this one. Daniels passes to Alexander Walker. Oh, it's stolen. Outside Mitchell. Covered by Alexander Walker. Count it. 17 points in the game.
The scoring is coming easy for him. Got to keep the ball in his hands.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Pass to Landale. Landale with a screen. Daniels. They get the rebound. Here's Alexander Walker. The ball's knocked loose, and he gets it back. Kispert, the pass to Alexander Walker. Shot clock at 6. Here's Landale, and he goes in for the dunk.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Well, Detroit's shooting a disappointing 38%. 1:07 left in the third. Here's Cole, covered by Daniels. Detroit needs to get off a shot. And the layup is good. Collins has got 10 points. Here's Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Now here's Alexander Walker. Checked by Mitchell. The rebound by Detroit. Collins has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Cole. He's got 12. Outside Mitchell. And that's basket number 9 for him. He's 9 for 10.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
Now here's Alexander Walker. He's got 6. Throws it up high. And Kuminga throws it down.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
And Mitchell puts up a deep 3. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks up 25 big ones as we head into... Quinn Snyder with some words for his players.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity, okay? On misses, you guys really run in space. Anyone can bring it.
Trying to maintain that edge right now. Coach Snyder encouraging his guys.
Solid advice from...
And last season, the worst in about 2 decades for games lost to injury, Clark. Cause for concern?
I certainly think so, but I mean, I am a fan of load management, but I think it should be in practice time. That way, the guys can play as many games as possible for their team and the fans. Load management should be, I think, managed in the practice schedule.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Ball goes to Atlanta.
Now here's Wallace. McCollum defends. Pass to Alexander Walker. There's the screen by Johnson. Looking to get back on track. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league. They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first, but the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
Pass to Wallace. And here's Johnson. Collins defending. Okongwu, a screen on Collins. From deep, Johnson drops in the three. Johnson's got 30 points.
And how about the clap back from Johnson, putting 3 on the board?
Here's Cole, covered by Alexander Walker. 6 to shoot. To the inside, Cole. Oh my goodness!
Disrespectful.
And that one is stuffed right through.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Pass to Okongwu. 17-foot shot on the way. Not enough on that one as it misses. Detroit has gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts here in the fourth. Sends it home from three-point land.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Here's Alexander Walker. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
He challenges the defender and throws it down with 2 hands.
Man, just straight power on that one. Clear the deck.
Yeah, I love that determination right there.
Pass to McCollum. Jacks up a 3. Drills it from deep.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
The Hawks lead by 21. Outside Rizachet. Outside Johnson. Now here's Alexander Walker. Back to Johnson. Picked up by Okongwu. Pulls it. Here's Alexander Walker. No good with the triple. For Detroit, they've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the fourth. Oh, a nice shot by Collins.
And it really took a while, but they've started to find their form. And this run's making the deficit look a little bit more respectable.
Clearly going to take a lot of work, no doubt about that, but it's not impossible. You need plays at both ends of the floor, and you got to have a bunch of them.
And a big-time scoring night for Johnson. Looking for a shot and playing with serious confidence.
Here's McCollum. And McCollum slams it in.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
The 3 from Rizachet drains the triple.
Yeah, that's what Rizachet is out here to do. He is first and foremost a three-point shooter. A good one at that.
There's a screen. Pass to Collins. And Collins with the slam.
Well orchestrated. And then the pass is right on the money.
Outside Johnson. Right side Rizachet. McCollum pulls it in. McCollum's got 5 rebounds tonight. So many great young players coming into this league, Clark. It puts pressure on those aging vets.
Yeah, the Hall of Famer Kevin McHale described it like this. He said, I see everything that I could do. I just can't do anything about it. That's a tough feeling. And I didn't have to actually experience that because I got injured early in my career and had to pack it up that way.
There's the screen by Johnson. The 3 from Rizachet. They get it again. Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Crashes the glass with authority, then puts it back strong.
Next level, man. This guy's just going out and making a play.
Yep, he stayed with it all the way and got his reward at the end.
There's the drive. Here's Cole. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. And it's a completely new group for Atlanta.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Hawks.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association. And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Jalen Johnson.
Absolutely tremendous offensively. Relentless, accurate, on point. What a night.
Now here's McCollum. Not a lot of room. Pass to Collins. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
Took that orange right to the rack, and they just let him go by.
Now Kispert. And so it's Atlanta easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road